Muy buenos días, muy buenas tardes o muy buenas noches. Bienvenidos sean todos a otro video más con Ley JC. En este caso, vamos a continuar una historia pendiente que quería hacer desde hace mucho tiempo. Ahorita que tengo puente, tengo días de descanso. Quiero hacer videos cortitos de una media hora, 40 minutos a lo mucho, 45 ya extendiéndome. Es sobre la misión de El Cabaret, donde supuestamente vamos a conocer los verdaderos sentimientos de Jaskier. Entonces, como Geralt de Rivia, vamos a ayudarle. ¿Qué es lo que sucede? ¿Qué pasó? ¿Cómo podemos nosotros ayudar con el cabaret? Etcétera, ¿sí? Entonces, vamos a hacer esa misión de El Cabaret. ¿Sí? Ay, se apagó. Ya tengo la luz bajita de mi control, así que voy a conectarlo, gente. Ahí está. Bueno, gente, gracias a todos ustedes por estar aquí. Gracias por los likes. Gracias por la visita. Y estoy hablando un poco bajo porque es en la tarde. Y según dicen que me escucho mucho cuando grito. No les molesta, pero los espanta. Entonces, ¿sí? Pues aquí andamos, ¿vale? Ay, Dios, siento que se movió las gráficas, ¿eh? Me movió creo que las gráficas, pero bueno. Ahora la checamos. Entonces, vamos. Ahí tenemos una misión, pero bueno. Vamos a concentrarnos en esta misión. De lo que viene siendo. Este es el patito feo. Misiones secundarias. Misiones secundarias. Viene siendo el cabaret. Ahí está, el cabaret, ¿sí? Y antes de ir al cabaret, gente, tengo que decirles que cuando entramos nosotros al bar, sale la chava con la que con el que el Jaskier quiere, ¿sí? Entonces pues sale enojada y le dice, oye, pues ¿qué tienes? ¿Qué quieres hacer tú con el cabaret? Entonces obviamente la novia no quiere, bueno, la pareja no quiere que el bar sea un cabaret, o sea, encuentro de citas, lo que ustedes quieran decir, ¿verdad? Si ya están grandes, ya saben a qué me refiero. Y si no, chicos, si están chiquitos, digamos que es un lugar para adultos y ya está, ¿vale? Es un lugar para adultos y no es correcto que esté ahí, ¿vale? Bueno, gente, vamos a empezar con la misión. Pero primero vamos a meditar y vamos a hacerlo esto de día porque... Uno, necesito pociones y dos... Uf, pero qué bonito se mira, ¿eh? De hecho, estoy a 48 FPS. No debería estar así, pero... Lo voy a jugar ahorita así, ya para el otro capítulo espero moderar mejor los FPS. Pero, pues no se nota, sinceramente se ve mucho mejor que en el Play 4. Bueno, gente, vamos a ver. De hecho, aquí tengo algunas cosas. Podría yo guardar unas cosas también, pero ya no tiene caso. Una luz, un farol. Bueno. Vamos a hablar con Jaskier. Ahí está. A eso se refería, de que no quiere esta chava que tenga borrachos tirados, tengan ahí cariñosas, pues eso es lo que no quiere. Así que bueno. ¿Cómo? Debo decir que Priscila me cae cada vez mejor. Soy ya con mi propio cabaret.
So, if you happen to get a break between drowners and ecamajigs, maybe you can help an old friend out.
¿No te podría prestar yo el dinero y punto? Pide un crédito al banco de los Vivaldi. ¿Por qué un cabaret? Vamos a preguntarle por qué un cabaret.
Where do you get this cabaret idea?
It's been a dream for years. Ever since we went to see one in Oxenford. Remember? The dancer hanging from the chandelier? And once she was completely downside up.
No se escucha mucho, ¿ah?
I remember. How could you forget? And this place will be even better, I promise. That is, of course, if I can scrounge together the funds for some
Creo que sí lo puedo arreglar eso, rápido. A ver, déjame lo arreglo rápido. Voy a subirle un poquito acá. Yo creo que en 27 está bien. Y ya está. Es un poco improvisado todo este video, ¿eh? No me gusta editar. Bueno, sí me gusta editar, pero no tengo tiempo. Me gusta mucho editar, sinceramente. Editar me gusta, pero no tengo tiempo. ¿Qué hago?
How can I help you? I dated this girl once, Sophronia. That's a name if you can believe it. Has a merchant for a father, importer of spices from Zeracania. And Daddy Dear would never refuse his daughter Dear a thing. We can borrow the coin from her.
Sofriña me suena.
Name rings a bell. Isn't this the woman you abandoned without saying a word? Stepped out for a bottle of
Y nunca
wine to
volviste.
return.
I bought that wine for a reason.
Long time ago, that.
Been away a while, sure. Which is why I need to draw on your authority. You've got some, you know, no matter what you might think.
Fine. Tell me what you want. Got a feeling you've a plan all cooked up.
Sophronia could still be holding a
A ver,
grudge
vamos a
after
ver.
our unfortunate parting. But with a touch of help from you, I know she'll forgive me and then give me that loan.
What's this help entail?
First of all, we need to borrow a dull sword from Madame Irina, one of her props. You know, the kind they use during performances? Get that, then meet me outside Sophronia's house.
Consíguela y luego vemos. Bueno, quiere que le robemos el dinero
Let's say I
prácticamente, ¿no?
agree and go see Madame Irina. What'll you be doing in the meantime?
Something I have to finish. But I promise I'll do it before you come back with the sword. Then I'll tell you the rest.
Let's say I...
Something I...
Sorry, Dandelion. Maybe later.
You always say that.
A ver.
Got a minute?
For you...
Recuérdame lo de Sofronia. Espérate.
Ran into Molly. She says hello.
Molly? Which Molly?
One you promised to show your butterfly collection to.
Ah, yes. Now I remember.
Butterfly collection? You of all people could stand to be a little more
Un
inventive.
día mucho más
Molly
original.
didn't need inventive. She needed attentive. Average, run-of-the-mill girl. But give her a smile. Notice her shoes. Let her chat about them a bit. And she'd turn into a wellspring of passion.
¿Quieres un retrato del jerarca? A ver.
Got a portrait of Hierarch Himmelford I'm willing to part with. Want it?
Yes, those halfling painters. This one of theirs? Wonderful. I put this up at the Rosemary in time. It'll make those temple guard inspections so much easier.
¿Dónde conociste a Priscila? Priscila es la
You
novia.
and Priscilla meet.
Huh. It was at the court of Duke Hereward, the annual balladry contest. We faced off in the
Who won?
I don't remember.
I bet. Probably lost and you don't want to admit it.
Perdió.
She'd caught my eye, so I let her win. I was counting on getting a prize.
Pero es el
after the
concurso.
contest.
And? Did you?
That, my friend, is not your concern.
Es amigo mío, no es de tu inconveniente. O sea que sí hubo premio, ¿eh? ¿Cómo es que eres dueño de la taberna?
Gotta tell me, how do you wind up owning this
Todo esto es importante, ¿eh?
You'll never believe this. I inherited it from none other than Alonzo Wiley, Whoreson Sr. himself.
El mismísimo bastardo, padre.
Alonzo ruled the local underworld with an iron fist, but deep down, he was a romantic, pure as they come. This place is one of the reasons his son's not my biggest fan. See, Cyprian Jr., that is, wanted to make this a brothel, but the Rosemary went to me, and I planned to turn it into the most elegant venue in town, a den of art and culture.
What did you want from Sophro?
Geralt, I want to transform this esteemed establishment into a...
I remember now. Gotta help you convince her you're trustworthy.
Exactly. And to do that, we need a sort...
Te ayudaré. Ah, ok, ya. Ya puedo.
Fine, but...
Geralt, the only butts in this plan will be the ones filling my seats. It'll work, you'll see. Get the sword from Madame Arena and meet me outside Sophronia's at sunset.
Bueno, tenía que saber todos los detalles para que pudiera avanzar la misión. Si ustedes vinieron a ver el video para ver qué pasaba o por qué no podía avanzar la misión, es por eso. Tienes que hablar con Jaskier o Dandelion, como le quieran decir. Ay, Dios, qué caro. Digo, mira, aquí está Priscila, es su novia.
I haven't the strength, Geralt. Perhaps you can talk some sense into him.
Esta es la novia, ¿saben?
I haven't the strength, Geralt. Perhaps you can talk some sense into him.
Sí, esa es la novia. Bueno, gente, vamos a seguir con la misioncita.
No, I'm sure to get sick.
Got my eye on you.
Entre más rápido corra. Ah, no me puedo cansar. Ah, bueno, qué bien. Qué buena onda. Este juego está muy bueno. De hecho, yo estuve regalando copias. Ahí sí, si quieren suscribir al canal. Luego de repente regalo juegos que están en oferta. Obviamente, porque pues mi billetera me duele. Pero con que me estén apoyando en el canal, yo trato de recompensar lo más que se pueda. Bueno, llegamos. Ella es Irinia Renard.
Ah, so good to see you.
Oh, me alegro de verte. ¿Dudu y tú se conocen bien?
You and Dudu know each other well?
Yes, though he's never told me much about himself. He was a merchant once?
Dudu always had a penchant for enterprise. Probably too honest to succeed in Novigrad, though.
Precisely. I've told him countless times that no matter how many times he changes his appearance, the good in him will always emerge. Bloodthirsty tyrants and vicious assassins. He played them so poorly. That must be why. Whereas he always made for an excellent trusted servant or ghost of the old king.
Bueno, Dudu es un doppler en el cual se puede transformar en cualquier persona y puede imitar bien la voz. ¿Sí? Hubo unas misiones, ya está, pero bueno.
Got a request. Need to borrow one of your props. One of the swords you use for stage battles.
My, whatever do you need that for?
I don't know, but Dandelion claims it's essential.
Oh, yes. I suspected Master Dandelion might have a hand in this. I certainly hope you don't aim to compete with me. Well.
Thanks. I'll try not to damage it. So long.
Bueno. Déjame ver si puedo mejorar el audio, ¿vale? Voy a bajarle tantito la música principal. Y los diálogos que se queda aquí, los de efecto, vamos a dejarlo en 90. Y ya está. Ya debería escucharse un poco más el audio. Reúnete con Jaskier o... Es que no sé, es que a mí Jaskier y Dandelion me suenan igual, no se me suenan feo. Pero conozco personas que no les gusta que digan Jaskier o Dandelion, o sea, no les gusta. No sé por qué, si ahí me pueden decir por qué en la caja de comentarios, se los agradecería mucho porque la neta no sé. Hay para cortarse el pelo. Una vez hice eso y me toré. O sea, me bajé de las escaleras y el mono se toró.
Yes?
Simpleton.
Someone help me, please! That's
¡Me has espantado! Barbero. Se está muriendo.
sod off. That's bad luck.
Reúnete con Jaskier cerca de la casa de Sofronia. Supongo que es aquí arriba, ¿no? Creo que es en la noche.
Rain makes this city even more dreary.
Oh, that's bad luck.
Sí, es en la noche. Vamos a hacerlo de noche. Ahí está. Sí, era de noche. Teníamos que hacerlo de noche.
Ah, finally made it. Listen, here's the plan. Sophronia loves adventure-filled romance novels. I can be a hero in her eyes if I can just save her from a bandit. I'll have her eating out of my hand, and there's no way she'll begrudge me that loan.
Want me to be the bandit?
Knew you'd see the sense in it right away.
Are you serious? That's your brilliant plan?
I never called it brilliant, but any kind of plan is better than none. Written your lines already,
You've written what?
so you know what to say during the performance. Here, and your mask. Put it on. Sophronia can't recognize you.
But
No time. Sophronia's coming. Stick to the plan. We'll meet at the Rosemary in the morning.
Nos veremos en el Romero por la mañana. O sea, todavía se la va a echar.
stop right there.
What is this? Help! Save me!
Not your lucky day, miss. Hand me your purse, now.
Not so fast. Drop your sword, scoundrel. This is your first and last warning.
Dandelion!
'Tis I, though the scum of the city call me the Crimson Avenger.
No, not the Crimson Avenger.
Silence, vermin! You shall regret the day you were born.
Quiero hacerlo así un poquito.
On guard!
Come on, come closer.
Go on, Dandelion! I mean, Crimson Avenger!
Ahí estaba, tuve que dejarme.
Crimson Avenger triumphs again.
My hair! Are you well?
One blow struck true. Another scar for my collection.
Come inside. I shall bandage you up.
Entra, te curaré la herida.
Be gone, vile bandit, or the Crimson Avenger will beat you senseless!
Pues bueno. A ver. El plan funcionó, más no sé por qué. Yo creo que la chava está cegada por él. Bueno, es que Dandelion o Jaskier, como le quieran decir. Creo que Dandelion me gusta más como suena. Porque suena como diente de león. Bueno. Me imagino yo que la chava está cegada por Dandelion. Entonces, en fin. De hecho, él tiene un encanto con las mujeres y todas las gana. Y eso es algo que también debemos de saber y tengo que recalcar. No me acuerdo muy bien en los libros si Jaskier o Dandelion era bisexual. Es lo que yo no me acuerdo o no sé, no supe muy bien. Si los libros era bisexual. En la serie de Witcher sí que lo hacen bisexual y le da de todo. En el juego es heterosexual, ¿sí? Pero sí le da de todo, o sea, ha estado con ninfas, ha estado con elfas, con muchas, y le da de todo, pero siempre y cuando sea mujer, sí, género mujer. Pero en la serie es bisexual. Lo mero bueno y lo más que nos podemos guiar, que es real, es en los libros, pero como les digo, no me acuerdo. Tengo que checar después ese dato.
It's a material world. He never
Ah, mira, aquí está Zoltan.
Zoltan,
Get out.
Bueno,
nice talking to you, Zoltan. See you later.
bueno, ese es un buen amigo de Geralt. Bueno, vamos a hacerlo de día. Porque ahí viene Dandelion.
There's been a misunderstanding. You're here too early.
We agreed to meet today, so we've come today.
He venido hoy.
Supplies are all hauled in and the crew's raring to work.
Mis hombres ser pesados.
We'll start just as soon as our lovely directress gets round to deciding on the decoration.
But Dandelion doesn't even have the coin to pay you.
Turns out he does now, or soon will. At any rate, he's working on it.
See, it's all peachy. So will you finally decide what style you want for this interior?
¿Qué opciones tenemos?
What are our choices?
Master Dandelion said he was torn between boudoir style and theatre decor. Promised to let us know his choice as soon as we arrived. Now we're here, but no decision's been made. And the lady's horribly surprised she's to choose. Though apparently this whole renovation's for
Esta renovación es por ella.
For me?
Por mí.
Well, it's not for me. Now, would you please decide where I bust a vessel?
I've no idea what Dandelion is like. Get on. You've known him long. Say something.
Jaskier está haciendo esto por ti, así que tú decides. El estilo de tocador es un... El cabaret es como un teatro. Es que si yo pongo la tercera opción, me acuerdo que ella escoge al azar esos dos. Sí, pero... A ver, vamos a poner.
Sure, I've known him longer, but he's never so much as changed his socks for me. Never mind commissioning a full-blown renovation. He's doing this for you, clearly. You should decide.
I associate boudoirs with a feminine elegance that also has an edge. Claws, you might say. That fits a cabaret perfectly.
A wonderful choice it is. At last. Gentlemen, you're done lollygagging. Get to work.
Basta de tocarse los coquitos otra vez. Ok. No escogió el de
Oh,
teatro.
well, guess this cabaret's the real thing.
Ever since Dandelion inherited this place, he's talked about it constantly. I just never expected him to take action. And so quickly.
Who knows? Might even settle down now. He'll have to keep an eye on the business. Who would have known?
Despite what people say about him, Dandelion approaches life very rationally.
Vamos a poner aquí también para que no le meta leña, porque si yo le pongo Jaskier al final es como meterle leña o cizaña, ¿no? Vamos a poner.
True enough. Adheres to the principle that a life enjoyed is a life well lived.
You needn't mock.
I'm not. I mean that. Nothing wrong with the principle. Dandelion just knows how to enjoy life. It's a good thing.
Dandelion can also be responsible. He always pays anyone who works for him on time, and he's never missed a performance.
Sure hope your opening won't be the first. He's still not here.
Well, he said as soon as he got the coin, he'd go see Polly, our choreographer. She's missed the last few rehearsals.
Apoye la
I certainly
coreógrafa.
hope he's not gotten into trouble.
And Anything's possible with Dandelion. Let me see if I can't find him.
Bueno, yo creo que vamos a la misión de Polly y ahí la dejamos, banda, ¿sí? Bueno. Pues... qué raro que haya escogido el tocador a un cabaret. Yo en PlayStation 4, yo lo elegí y yo le puse modo teatro. Y me acuerdo que cuando lo volví a rejugar en Play 4, yo le dije a esta chava de la que acabamos de hablar, le dije, pues escoge tú, pero ella escogió teatro. Ahora que estoy jugando en PC, porque este juego lo estoy jugando en PC, ahora me dice que lo quiere en Cabaré y nunca lo he visto, así que vamos a ver. Está raro,
What's the ruckus about?
Polly and her half-brained fiance. They're fighting. She's the only one in this town who knows anything about choreography, and that lummox won't let her work for me. Hold on. What are you doing here? We were gonna meet at the Rosemary.
We were, but you didn't show.
Priscilla, eso no
I
es.
came to see how you were doing.
Priscilla started worrying about me? That's so nice.
Less for her than for you, I'm sure. So let's get back.
Did you not hear what's going on in there? We've gotta help Polly. Why do beautiful women always end up with such dicks?
Pues
No
te divierte.
idea. Stand back. I'll break the door down.
Wait, do we have to destroy her house? She keeps a spare key around here somewhere.
¿Cómo sabes que tiene una llave? A ver, vamos a
How
ver.
would you know she keeps a spare
El
key around
chismecito.
here?
It's not as if we started working together yesterday. Before Polly joined forces with Hubio,
You'd visit her? Often?
I'd hide out here while Priscilla and Polly rehearsed at the Rosemary and Thyme. They worked on the dance numbers I composed.
So, Polly's not one of your...
I never mix business and pleasure.
The one exception being Priscilla.
Who you were just saying is worried about us. So enough of the chatter and start looking.
Fine. Let's find the key.
Find anything?
Looks like rain. Not here. Ah, the key.
Bueno. Abrimos la puertecita.
What the devil's this? Get out of my house!
Watch it, and leave the woman alone.
What the... She's my betrothed.
But I'm not your property.
I love her. I'll not let her sway her ass in his brothel.
Whoa, slow down there a minute. This is clearly one gigantic misunderstanding. One I can clear up in the blink of an eye.
Shove your excuses up your ass. Sod off, or I'll split your skull.
My friend asked you nicely, so please be courteous in return and hear him out, or we'll settle this another way.
Right? Talk.
Hubio, right? Polly's told me so much about you. She said you're erudite and have an open mind.
You said that? Well, there's a truth to it. My mind's the open salt.
Niño de
But
culo en
its
burdel.
open saltedness ends when my betrothed starts wagging her ass around brothels. Get out of here, both of yous. Polly's not going anywhere.
Deja que Jaskier
Let
termine.
him finish. There's no brothel involved.
You see, friend, Geralt just hit the nail on the head. For what you have there is the old publicity placard.
Old?
Very. From a time when my establishment was under different management.
Mhm.
I, however, would never let any indecency take place in my cabaret. My very reputation precludes it.
So, what's all this about?
Your betrothed is a first-class artiste, and I want to offer her a position worthy of her talents. She's to be my choreographer, and that in turn means she'll receive a share of the proceeds from every performance she
Ok.
choreographs.
Le está diciendo que quiere
You mean
pagarle.
to say coin?
And
Eso implica
fame.
dinero.
No flirting required. You have my word.
Lo quiero poner como...
Suppose. In that case.
I knew you'd agree.
It's settled then. See you at the Rosemary, Polly.
Well, I'm off.
I'll
Bueno,
catch
me
up
voy.
to you. Whew. Never expected that to go so well.
Lo has hecho muy bien.
Handled it well, Dandelion. Man was body in your hands once you called him erudite.
In negotiation, as in combat, the key is to find your opponent's weak spot and exploit it to the hilt.
So, time to head back?
I've still got to stop by Rotlex. Commissioned some new placards from him a while ago, but Hubio came across the old version. Plowing artists got some serious explaining to do.
Rauklek. Bueno, vamos a ver.
Who's Rodlick?
Never heard of him? Hank Rotlick, famous portrait artist?
Commissioned a portrait artist to paint your placards?
Henry's an old friend, needed the coin. And I decided we needed new placards to promote the opening performance. Seats won't fill themselves, you know.
Yo voy a buscar los carteles de vuelve al Romero.
I'll
Ya ahí nos
go
vamos
see
a quedar,
Rodlick.
gente.
You head back to the Rosemary, where Priscilla will have my head.
Really? You'd go?
No, said that for the hell of it. Tell me where he lives.
Portside.
See you soon.
Bueno, gente, pues parece ser que Dandelion va a modificar lo que es el burdel. Ya no va a ser un burdel, ya va a ser otro tipo de cosas. Contratamos a una coreógrafa y pues Priscila, la chava que quiere este señor, pues ahí va, ¿no? Ahí se ve los sentimientos que se traen, pero creo que en este punto todavía no son nada. Apenas hay algo ahí. Bueno, gente, pues yo me paso a retirar. Cuídense mucho. Espero que les haya gustado el primer episodio de El Cabaré. Una historia casi imposible de Dandelion. Suerte, gente. Nos vemos. Adiós, 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 adiós.